precious people, and Njoki hapa Penelija's daughter. Na leo niko na mtu wa maana sana ambaye ako na ndoto ya kuwa president miaka zijazo. Tuseme 2027. Ningetaka tuambie majina yake na kwenye alizaliwa before sasa nimuulize maswali zingine. Mambo?
Salama, thank you so much, madam. Okay. I'm so much humbled with your introduction and welcoming me here. I'm so much humbled and I must say thank you. By name, I'm Tom Benz. I'm a Kenyan. I was born somewhere along Lake Victoria. And I love my country. I'm a Christian. Okay. And I have got ambitions of becoming the head of state of this great republic in the near future. It is a dream that has been with me since I was born. And I now think that the right time has come for me to take over the mantle of leadership of this country when the right time comes. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Sasa na labda kuna mtu mwenye ako hapo hivyo anauliza aje,
yes,
mbona usisimame kwanza kuwa MP then governor sasa ndio umalizie kuwa president, unataka kuwa president?
A very good question. It is a dream which is valid, and I wish, just as I told you before, that I love even the mantra and the philosophy that the current regime under President William Ruto came up with, the philosophy of bottom up. So my philosophy also, as I said, is entailed about up, bottom.
Okay.
So I'll put enough of mechanism and structures to ensure that this philosophy works for me, so that it will also be an example to the rest of our countrymen, the generation to come, the generation behind us, that it is not a must that you start from bottom. At times, it should be a vice versa.
Okay.
You start from the top to the bottom. So I think I'm ready for it, and when the right time comes, with the cooperation of all members of our society, I believe we will achieve this goal.
Okay.
Yes.
Na labda kama tunavyojua,
yes,
kampeni zinatumianga pesa mingi sana.
Yes.
Especially kama hii ya presidential. Yes. Sijui kwanza mnalipanga sijui one name.
Yes.
Kuregister.
Yes.
So uone kama utatumia pesa mingi sana.
Probably when it comes to registration money, it is something we can do nothing about because it is a legislation. But now, because this will be a movement with the interest of Kenyans at heart, I'll ensure that I bring them, all of them on board. And you know, Kenyans are very good people. When they realize that the person ahead who is steering the team is someone who has got their interest at heart, definitely they will come and support regardless of the resources you have around you. They will help in actually bringing the resources together. And the resources is not necessarily money. A resource is a support that I'll get from them. And that support will be their vote.
Okay.
So when they vote me, I'll do to them what they want. Like, for example, I have headed various departments and organizations that earned me an accolade and a recognition from one of the universities that awarded me a honoris causa. This is a certificate of recognition in an effort that I was doing in promoting education, not only in South Rift where I was at that particular time, but across the country. So I've done a lot. I've chaired various organizations, various committees, and as such, when the right time comes, the people who have helped will also be my witnesses.
Okay.
And my good disciples who will be able to tell people that this guy has done this, he's capable of doing this.
Sure.
And most importantly is that when you are a leader, it does not necessarily mean that you dictate. You just provide a roadmap to the citizens. Now, when you provide a roadmap, it shows that you lead by example, showing people what to do, and you also be ready to listen to them and hear what they want, so that you reach an amicable solution on how to do it better. Yes.
Na hapo umesema you are Christian.
Yes.
What's your position about abortion?
Abortion is something that should be resisted by all means, as per my philosophy, I believe that abortion should not be there because one, to me it means ending someone's life, and that is killing people. The one who is being aborted is being killed, and the one who is doing abortion's life is also at risk. So to me, I think no, it is a no.
Okay.
Yes.
And how do you plan to tackle some issues like unemployment in our country, education and healthcare?
Thank you. It has become a bone of contention, mostly unemployment. The government, my government will come in with various mechanisms to ensure that we identify various economic zones in every county, so that every county like Kiambu, for instance, they are farmers. We'll need to come up with various factories that can process their produce. And by bringing those factories, it means that the youths there will get employment. When you go to Machakos, Eastern, you see a lot of youths there.
Fishing.
Yeah, so there we also install such kind of factories. We train our youths there so that when these things come up, they get employed in those various areas. Same to Rift Valley, Nyanza, and Western. And Kenya will be a vibrant economic hub, not only in Eastern region of Africa, but it will now supply the entire globe in terms of agriculture and even fishing. You know, our guys down there, they depend so much on fishing, and we don't have even a single factory there. So by bringing up such kind of factories, it will mean that we will uplift them economically, and this will not only benefit them, but it will benefit a country as a whole.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your position on immigration? Do you think it's a choice, Ama?
Immigration is like now the integration of East African community, which is in our midst, is that we need to stick to the rule of law. And that is, there is free trade, yes, but now people should have the necessary documents to ensure that when you want to migrate, your document has been approved from your various country, so that you don't come here fraudulently and cause mayhem to our peaceful, loving people in our country. Yes.
And what's your plan to deal with insecurities? For instance, uko ndani rural areas kama Laikipia, unapatanga mifugo zao zinaibiwa almost every day.
Yes.
Sasa utadila aje na hiyo mambo ya insecurity?
Insecurity is something that has become a cancer in our midst, and as I said before, is that we need to establish community policing, whereby our officers will be working much more closely, just the way they've been doing before, though this one will be a bit advanced. Then I'm also planning to give my officers good working environment with proper machines that can help them to fish out the crooks in our midst. Yeah, you know, when, for example, when the crooks are having better machines than ours, they can easily outsmart our officers. So now the only option again here is to equip them with the modern technologies on how to tackle those kind of crooks and fish them out of the society and send them to where they belong, which is jail. Yes.
And do you think that people should be left to take care of themselves, or the government is responsible for?
There is no way people should take care of themselves, though it is also good for people to take care of themselves. But now the rule of law supersedes that, and by that we will install at least every police station in every village and in every county, so that there will be peace. You can do your business at night, you can do your business at whatever time you wish to do so, and Kenya will be a very good place to live in. Yes.
Na sasa kuna hii mambo ya unapata kama ni cover NHIF cover.
Yes.
Unapata gava inasema unafaa kulipa NHIF kulingana na venye unalipwa. Wengine walipe 2K, wengine walipe 500.
Yes.
Unaona kama ni poa ama sisi wote tunafaa kulipa the same amount?
Currently, I also want to congratulate the government of Mr. William Samoei Ruto, Daktari, he has actually brought it down. He's bringing it down so where every Kenyan can afford it. But still, we need to do something about it by ensuring that every Kenyan is treated equally, regardless of your stature in the society. That one means that every Kenyan, whether you're working class or what, when the government gives out a free healthcare, it means that everyone can access it at whatever level.
Na by the way umetaja hapa, unajua kama sahi kuna mtu hawezi afford hiyo NHIF cover hata kama ni 500. Nao watu wengine itakuwaje?
That's why I'm saying that I know that today even buying unga is a problem.
Sure.
So getting even 300 is not easy. That's why I'm proposing that once I get into the office and in my first 100 days, I'll ensure that we have some kind of budget that will ensure that everyone can access healthcare in the hospital.
Okay, and how do you, how are you planning to deal with the high cost of living?
High cost of living will be something that to me will not take time because this one means empowering every individual. For instance, if we give our citizens seeds, mbegu za mahindi, mbegu za maharagwe, we will give them as government. We will give them tractors to help them plow their land. We will give them herbicides to ensure that they weed their farms.
Na hiyo pesa itatoka wapi?
That money is there. That money is the money that will be allocated to agriculture. I'll increase it. Like for example, when the current government gives a certain amount, I'll now give the agriculture sector an enormous amount, so that we ensure that in every county we have 5 tractors. In every county, and we can also achieve this by talking to our donor community, like China. You know, China, they manufacture some of these farm inputs daily and in big numbers. Just like the railway project that was done by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy. We can also have a project of bringing this to assist our farmers. Yes, like you know, how many farms can a tractor do in one day? Yes, so instead of actually putting a lot of burden to our citizens, we will put these tractors and let them plow the land for them one day and plant. Then we also provide herbicides for them. The government is capable of doing that.
Hey, 5 tractors
in every county. Yes, yeah, it can. It can 5 tractors because one tractor can do several hectares in a day. What so if there are 5? So in a period of 10 days or 15, I'll have done with the entire county. And other counties will also be operating under the same structure.
By the way, kuna hii issue kama unapatanga kwingine, unaweza tusaidia kulima, lakini hakuna mvua, like hakunyeshangi hivi. Sasa hata kukilimwa na maji nayo.
You are right, like we know some areas like northeastern in our country, but you see now when we say we have 47 counties and one county is somehow a desert in nature. When we get enough produce from the farms from 45 counties, we can easily supplement this and assist the other county. It will not be as bad as if the entire nation is not going back to food production.
Okay.
And that should be the basket of our nation, agriculture.
And by the way, how should people be paying tax, including the rich?
Taxes, there is no way we can run away from tax because that is the only way we can build our nation and support the government. And the government cannot sustain itself without getting tax from its citizen. So taxes will be there. It's only that we will see how to moderate it so that we don't suppress those who are coming up.
So tunafaa kulipa aje?
Tax will come with a formula whereby you will be taxed according to the situation at that time. Like, for example, the consumables. Like, the consumables should not be overtaxed because, the common man cannot get, if the common man cannot get the required amount of money, you cannot overtax them. But if you empower the common man so that they get employed, they get money, they will be willing to pay taxes without you forcing them or compelling them to do so.
Okay.
Yes.
So the rich watakuwa wakilipa
Yes. No, not higher. There should be a set standard. Like, the salaried. It is always based on your earning. Yes. So we will see how to moderate it, that it will involve a lot of stakeholders, including the taxpayers themselves. We need to sit down and say that we need to do it, but we need to do it in this way and this way. So that when we do it, everyone will be happy with the way it is done.
Okay.
Yes.
Na sasa sijui kama you have your unique way, tuseme kama venye President Ruto alikuja na hii mambo ya bottom up.
Yes.
Sijui kama uko na ka unique way yenye unaweza tufurahisha at least, ndio sasa tuone enyewe huyu ndiye sasa tunahitaji kwa hii wakati.
Well, thank you for that. Most importantly, I've got 3 key unique things that I'm planning to do and I'll do. One is that the aged. I know that program was underway, but it was stopped at some point. That the aged people who are at home and no one cares for them, I'll ensure that there is a compulsory salary for them across the country. Not the selected few, but anybody. We will set an age standard. If it is 60 years onwards, they will start earning salary, a specific amount of salary every month. Another thing is that I've realized that most of our youths from 18 years onwards, most of them are jobless. In case the few people will be left without getting employment, we will actually bring them into our payroll and ensure that they get a specific amount of money every end month. And to our mothers also to stabilize the country so that going forward, there will be no poverty in our country. Any child born, there should be a compulsory saving from the government. The government, immediately a child is born, the birth notification will be forwarded, and then some deposit will start getting into their specific account, so that by the time they are clocking 18 years, they will be having something to start with.
Okay.
And again, I believe that the youths who are getting out of school, the majority of them will introduce the American system of actually absorbing them into our forces. The youth can get into Army, Kenya Police, and other sectors where they can work for 3 years to get experience. Then in the process while they are working there, we can look on how to post them to various positions or areas of specialization. Those who would have loved to stay in the forces, they will have their option to stay there.
Okay.
So that there will be no guys malingering around. Everybody will be engaged in various sectors of our economy.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Na kuna hii swali tatanishi, hiyo nikataka kuuliza.
Yes.
Kuna hii mambo na LGBTQ, niko nataka utuambie saa hii what's your position LGBTQ.
It is something that I don't wish to talk about right now, but the values, as a staunch Christian, as I told you,
Sure.
we know what the Bible says about that. We know what the Holy Quran says about it. And I think that is my position.
Okay, so
Yes.
you are against?
Yeah. I'm a staunch Christian.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Mtani. Alafu sasa, by the way, sijui unaonaje venye hii government inatupeleka? Inatupelekaje, iko sawa ama wanafaa?
Well, okay, thank you so much. I believe on democracy. And first of all, let me take this opportunity to thank our founding father. Our founding fathers, led by the late Mzee Jomo, for having laid a strong foundation for our country that has actually led to a roadmap that the leaders who have actually come after him have followed to ensure that Kenya has reached where it has reached. The government, as you are aware, is a God-given. Any government is being chosen by God.
Sure.
Our leaders are chosen by God. If you read the Bible, I know you are a Christian too, that leaders are God chosen. We choose them. God choose them through people. The current regime, I think, is still new in office, 7 months old. Let us give them time. They also have their philosophy. They have their own roadmap. Let us give them time to see if they will achieve it. Everything, like the bottom-up philosophy, it is their philosophy and they know, they believe in it. There are technocrats behind it. So let them work on it. Then at the end of their term, we will be able to assess and establish whether they have achieved or not. Because it is a government by a human being and the perfection is only for God.
Sure.
So let us give them time as we also try to monitor and evaluate their work. And all will be well, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
So in short, tunaenda vizuri ama tumelegea kiasi?
I think it's the economy countrywide or worldwide. I think you are aware of what happened. It cannot be changed overnight. Yeah, so let us give them time. Let us give them the time that they need so that after first year, first term, we will be able to assess whether they've achieved or not.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Na sasa kuna hii story by the way ya Pastor Mackenzie.
Yes, yes.
Ule wa Shakahora. Sijui kama wewe uko na idea gani? Sijui kama ingekuwa ni wewe uko president saa hii.
Yes.
Unaweza mfunga maisha ama unaweza fanya kumpe a good punishment?
Yeah, Mackenzie's case, I've heard it over the media because we cannot access the place now because it is a security zone.
Sure.
But what I know is that, as I said before, we are all Christians and even the Muslims, they don't actually propagate a situation whereby you bring people together and in the process you realize that people are being killed mercilessly and the rest. To me, it is something that is out of context, and once it is established that those things, atrocities were committed, then the rule of law should take its course, because we've got various arms we have the judiciary, we have the executive, the legislature, and therefore every arm should now do its role effectively and appropriately. So in such cases, I believe there should be a regulation of how our churches operate, so that there should be an oversight authority that should be actually monitoring, because it's very shameless that such a big number of people can just die without people noticing. And you even ask yourself, where were the relatives? Because even at a place of work, you miss for just 20 minutes and you will be called, where are you? Yes, but now this is a situation whereby someone goes out for over 1 month and there is no any inquiry from the family until such a time that the government established that there was a mess somewhere. So you see there is a problem. That is why I was telling you that it is very important to initiate a close working relationship between the people and the police officers. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Sasa maswali yangu imeishia hapo. Na nimefurahi sana juu ya kukuja.
Thank you so much.
Sana.
Thank you.
Na mimi I wish you all the best. Najua uta make it.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Na ningetaka uambiwa subscribe kwa YouTube channel yangu.
Okay, thank you so much. To all our viewers, listeners, I'd like you to subscribe to YouTube. Elijah's daughter, she's doing a very good job. She has actually come to the ground and she knows what people want, and that is what she's bringing to you people. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you.